I think by now any gamer knows this feel. You're bored as hell on something like a Discord group, and you go into the voice chat, and your friends with no taste in gaming, besides whatever's at the top of the Steam chart this month, want to play another boring game that's popular for some reason. Oh my god, what is it this time? Siege, CSGO, Gary's Mod, or Team Fortress 2? You say in a groaning, depressed voice. Thankfully, they say, oh, this time we're going to play Rocket League. And you can at least calm down some knowing that you're playing something that's just okay instead of something that makes you want to throw your controller or something makes you feel like you're getting autism over the internet. I think the one trend in gaming that could sum up the current generation of consoles are games I like to call Esports Bait, or games that are designed and marketed towards that audience in the hopes of both selling more copies and of luring players in with promises of big prizes at these giant tournaments that take up sports stadiums, but only if you're a pro gamer that can sit in front of your computer or Xbox, guzzle more energy drinks, move in with your parents, and quit your work life to play more video games and memorize the maps and tactics and get good at them. All while pursuing the hopeless dream of being a quote unquote internet content creator who's probably has big chances of making more money working at Arby's than of playing video games on the internet and only getting 10 views on their live streams. This has especially been fueled by the whole rise of streaming, where anyone with an internet connected device can watch some nerd play a video game in real time. And in the case of championships, watch pro gamers fight and win big prizes. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to sit and watch guys play video games instead of just playing games myself. I'm going to go to Pizza Hut or Little Caesars or Domino's or some shit, and I'm gonna fucking get a pizza and a 2 liter of pop, and I'm gonna fucking watch some guy on the internet play video games instead of just playing video games myself. Hell yeah, that's what gaming's all about, people. Now that the whole market for games that try to bait streamers and Let's Players has dried up, I mean, nobody's making shit like Slender or Goat Simulator anymore. Now that that market's dried up, the trend this generation has been to target the esports market, and it's so oversaturated that games that try to pander to that demographic like Lawbreakers are flopping, being drowned out by other games appealing to the esports crowd, and that long running franchises such as Halo and Call of Duty are throwing out what made those games big in the first place and trying to appeal to what the developers think that the esports crowd wants. Now, no game sums up this trend in video games better than Rocket League, a 2015 title that still remains semi-popular with gamers. Now, Rocket League came out in 2015 and it beat Undertale in some game awards, making Undertale fans angry that their flash-in-the-pan game was already losing relevance. And ever since then, it's remained a popular title on Steam thanks to its $20 price, or $30 on consoles, and its use of the business model that was pioneered with some PC and free-to-play titles and has continued making money to this day. The whole consistent update business model, where games get constant updates with many adding content and features instead of charging you full price yearly like Pokemon or Call of Duty are guilty of doing. Hell, those two series are really bad because they do a set flips all the time with those two. They add new features, skins, and cross-platform play with either the PS4 and the PC, or Xbox One, Switch, and PC, all for free, all with updates, unlike some of these other developers, which want you to buy the same game over and over again. Now, Rocket League's gameplay feels like it was designed for esports literally. You control a rocket-powered car around and you shoot a ball into the goal, and that's it. It's literally soccer, but with rocket cars and an inflatable ball that floats around and a few variations on it, akin to changing settings on a Pong TV game from the 70s. That's about it, really. It sounds like a solid idea for a fun and offensive party game, like the kind of game you invite either your family over or your drunk friends over and get shit-faced and play, but it lacks something that a lot of like Nintendo GameCube games had, for instance. The fun factor. See, Rocket League is boring, and at first I couldn't put my finger on why it would quite possibly be boring until I remembered that I had played other sports games on consoles in the past. Rocket League's gameplay involves every player controlling themselves and themselves only, meaning there are quite a few times where you'll feel like you're chasing the ball around trying to do something. Meanwhile, other sports games like FIFA, Madden, NBA, NHL, and numerous others have you in the middle of all the action at all times. You choose a player with one button if you don't have the ball to be closer towards it, and if you have the ball, you can choose who to pass it to, try to score, and whatnot. You're in the game. You're controlling the entire outcome of the game for the most part, and you feel like you're playing the team, and you feel like anything that happens in the game is thanks to something you did in the game. Madden is a great example of this, as you get to play as both the coach choosing a play and all the players of the team itself executing the play. Meanwhile, in Rocket League, it's like pushing around a giant blow-up ball at a pool party. You often easily lose track and run chasing it, or in the case of a pool party, you're just jumping up trying to hit the ball too. This gets boring after a while as it becomes less fun and more of a chore. Here you are chasing the ball around the field as you get disconnected from the action after a while. You get tired, you get bored. You start to yawn as you get tired of just chasing the ball around and trying to actually do something in the game. And then you get tired and bored as hell and you quit the game out and you go take the game back to GameStop or get a Steam refund, or actually you don't. You just keep it around for that scenario I mentioned at the beginning of this video. But if you look at Rocket League as a way of breaking into the esports market with a sterile and offensive game guaranteed to piss off absolutely nobody, then Rocket League fits the bill. Rocket League is E-rated, meaning that any little kid can buy it without their mom saying no or getting carded by a GameStop employee because they were too stupid to buy an Xbox Live currency card instead and not get carded. It's not some game that shoves politics down your throat either. You don't get a pronoun selector when you start Rocket League. You know what you get? You get in the game, and then you fall asleep from the boring gameplay. It's also popular in some esports leagues. And it would probably fit the bill if, say, the Olympics or your local church were ever to like do esports, because that's what they're interested in. An inoffensive game that people actually play. So here's the question, is Rocket League any good? Well, it could be worse, but at least it's a great sleep aid. It's not bad, but it's not really good either. It's stuck in that disappointing realm of simply being meh. It's a game you'd only play to humor the wishes of your friends, since at least they're not playing Gary's mod on Discord again, role-playing, and you want to kind of have fun with them, even if they're playing a game that's about as satisfying as drinking diet caffeine-free store-brand Mountain Dew. It's the reason GameFly or Redbox exists, so you can borrow these boring games and return them when you're sick of them after an hour without that weird buyer's remorse of trying to justify an overpriced game purchase that you spent $60 on, that you spent $40 on, that you spent $30 on, and here you are trying to defend it because you want to tell yourself, you know, this $60 purchase I made was a great idea. This $60 purchase I made was a great idea. Please, GameStop, please don't give me a $25 and then sell for $54. Please. All right. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more gaming videos. Hell yeah.